in order to provide more value to the existing hotels in the portfolio, we need to get into new markets, attract new customers. Those customers can become members of our loyalty program, and then they can be regular AmericInn guests. So that's sort of a value add to everybody in the business. And then secondly, we have to grow and add hotels, because as a quality-minded brand, there will always be situations where we'll lose some hotels because it may not make sense for them to make the reinvestments that we require of all our hotels. So, growth is critical. Our first priority is to add locations that strengthen our core here in the Midwest, especially in the primary markets of the Midwest. We call that strengthening the core. The second thing, we look to extend the perimeter of the core. So those are states like Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Missouri, Indiana. Those are Kansas. Those are all states where we have presence, but it's not heavy presence. And then thirdly, we do look at opportunities that are outside the core, but we're just very careful about those to make sure that we've got the right sort of proposition for the franchisee, that they understand what the brand can provide for them, and that suits what they need.
There's been a groundswell of new construction interest within our brand, and today, matter of fact, we're going to have 37 or so of our developers in a seminar with us to learn more about our new prototype. So, we see it moving forward. New construction is really going to be our growth vehicle. Yeah, it's tough to get financed in today's market, but I will tell you, we're starting to get calls for the first time from lenders saying, we're looking to do some work. So we think, over the next 24 months or so, there will be some money out there. What we are finding, the challenge is just putting the deals together, getting the right partners, the feasibility folks, the people that can actually put the deal together. That's really how the secret today to get a deal done. Is not just walk into a bank and say, I need $5 million. Yeah, you absolutely almost put a template together. You actually need to understand where the markets are. You're not just building anywhere today. You're building where there's a demand. Do your research on the front end. Look for areas where there's growing demand and not flat or declining.
Apollo Development is the development branch of our architecture and construction companies, and we use all three of those to develop AmericInn's projects. We got Fairfield started last summer, and that one opened up about a month ago. And we followed that with one in Osage that opens up June 6th. AmericInn is a nice match in this market. They have good penetration in the upper Midwest, good brand recognition, and great support. The corporate staff is willing to be flexible enough to adapt these projects to these markets. And some of the bigger, I'd say, other brands tend to want to force their standard minimum prototype, which is too big or not the right match.